Okay, welcome to the next installment of Blender. I hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to be making a little wall decoration. So what I'm going to do to begin with is we're going to go ahead to the render engine and switch out our EV to cycles. And I'm going to go ahead and delete the default cube right here. So let's begin by placing on these screencast keys so you guys can see what I'm doing. That would be really helpful right now. And we're going to go with add, and we'll go plane, S for scale. And we're going to go ahead and take this plane right here, and we're going to go Shift D to duplicate it. Leave it where it is and just click. R for rotate, and you want to go against the axes here, which will be the Y axis. Just hold down that center scroll right there, and you should be able to go to any of the sides right here. So we're just going to press 9-0. If you don't have the number pad, you can go ahead and press 9-0 at the top of your keyboard. Let's press enter just to facilitate that one. We're going to go with G, bring this up. So now we've got a nice floor and a nice wall to work with. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the default light as well so we can see what we're doing. So we're going to go with add. You can go ahead and add another plane, or you could duplicate this one. To be honest with you, we could probably duplicate this one. So let's go with Shift D. I'm just going to go ahead and bring this forward, and I'm just going to press S to scale this down. Now this is going to be the base for our little piece right here. So let's go with object mode real quick and switch that to edit mode. We're going to go ahead, right click, subdivide a bunch of times. And we'll go ahead with modifier, add modifier, and you want wireframe with this. So when we go back to our object mode, you'll see that we have this nice little mesh going on. You can go ahead and increase the thickness of this mesh. You can go ahead and mess around with the offset if you'd like to. Totally up to you what you'd like to do with this project. You can also have boundaries as well. I would recommend a boundary on this particular object, because if you don't have the boundary after wireframe, if I just quickly show you, so if I just uncheck that boundary real quick, it kind of does this. It's the best way to explain it, is just to show you. You see what I mean? So click that boundary. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add text. So let's go to add. We'll go to text, and it will appear down here at the bottom. So to edit the text, let's go with edit mode, and maybe we'll do hello and world just at the bottom there. So you can't really see it because it's currently interacting with this background, so if you need to, go on to wireframe. Let's go to object mode real quick. And then all we need to do is go to data at the side right here, which is the big A. And we can go with geometry if you wanted to. You can extrude this just ever so slightly so that it's 3D. So if I just come down to the side there, you can see if I mess around with the extrude, it's doing this. So make it as thick as you'd like. Okay, so once we've got this, we're going to go ahead and we'll go to paragraph, alignment, and then we have this currently set to default left. We're going to want this as center. So now everything is down the center. We're going to go and move this to the mesh. So let me go back onto the regular render right here, and I'm going to go with G to bring this up. You want to go with R for rotate on the Z axis and go 90. And then R for rotate again. We're going on the Y axis this time, so let's go 90. G to bring it back. And what all you want to do is make sure that this sits and fits just in front of the mesh right here. So for those of you who are wondering, how do I change the text type? I'm just going to go ahead and just scale this up with an S. So with changing the text type on here, it won't pop up on my side. You won't be able to see it because for some reason my screen recorder doesn't do pop-ups. But you can go to fonts right here under the data section. Click the little folder and you should get a little pop-up displaying different fonts. So if I went with this one, for example, we've got something like that. Now we want to illuminate this, so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and make this an emission. So we'll go over to the materials tab. I'm going to go ahead and just change on the viewport shading rendered. So there's no light coming from here. We're going to go to the materials tab. Let's go with new. Switch out your principal BSDF to an emission. And now you can see that we have this light coming through. So what we need to do now is you can go ahead and reduce the strength. You can increase the strength right there. That will decide how much light is going to be on your scene. To change the colour, you have your beautiful colour wheel right here. You could have something like that. Now, if you wanted individual letters and stuff like that, you would have to make this two separate objects or multiple objects. So to do that, let's go ahead and take this hello world right here. We'll go Shift D to duplicate. So now we've got two of these. Let's go ahead to edit mode. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the hello on one of them. Let's go back to object mode. So now we have two worlds. To change the colour on this one, let's go and take that material off. Let's go new material. Let's go to emission, switch that principal BSDF out. And we can change that to pink. Now to get rid of the world on this one, we're going to go ahead with edit mode and just go ahead and delete world. So now we go back to object mode. We now have the exact same text type, stuff like that. The strength of the emission has changed just a little bit. So if we go into the rendered mode, you can see that these kind of shine at different brightnesses. So the strength for the kind of green aqua blue one right here is 2.6. For the pink one, we just have 1.0. So we could go ahead and change this to 2.6. And it will be the exact same brightness on the strength. So yeah, the background with this little kind of mesh thing as well, we could go new material. And we could go ahead and just make that black. Or something just to kind of border it off a little bit. This would be great for kind of like a bar scene or something like that. Great for a shop window. Totally up to you what you want to use it for. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Enjoy the rest of your day. And leave us a like and a subscribe. Bye.